So this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have the Hierophant here, and it's Taurus again, but it's in its major arcana shape. So family, tradition, works very well for the Christmas season that we just went through, or the holiday season for different various religions, celebrating different things around the winter solstice. And the new year that's coming here, we are spending a lot of times with our friends and family. And you need to find your spot in this, like your role in this context. And it needs to be one of dignity. Okay? You're not supposed to be vulnerable in this situation. You're supposed to be an authority in this situation. Don't wait for other people to kind of invite you or to tell you that you're worthy. You know, be worthy. Just feel like you're worthy. And this was the old bottom of the deck, and it's chances that's going away, and waiting for things that never happens, and Three of Swords, trying to get over heartbreak. So it seems like I think you have done your best in this situation, and you wanted your actions to be proof for themselves. So you haven't really spoken for your situation. You just wanted your hard work and your action be proof for yourself. But what I feel is that you can't wait for other people to approve of you. You need to approve of yourself. Okay, so this is you. That's what's on your mind about the person, most on your mind, or the people on your mind. And this is the situation itself. And this is this other person or these other people, what they are thinking about you, what's on their mind about you. And this is your feelings towards them, the common energies or the bond between you two, their feelings towards you. This is your behaviors and attitudes towards them, the outcome, and their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we'll start with the situation here, and we have an Eight of Swords in the reverse. So it's time to free oneself from old dogmas. For example, many people might have said the same thing to you in your whole life. Don't speak about unpleasant things, for example. So you have learned this is one of the swords. Don't speak about unpleasant things. With this card in the reverse, gravity is pulling that sword out. So you are allowed now, you're allowing yourself, because you are now the authority in your own life, to speak about also unpleasantries, for example. Other people might have been criticizing you for the way you walk, the way you have your hair, the way you treat other people, the way you have done your work, the way you do your relationship, if you have children or not, or whatever. And all these swords is by gravity being pulled out. And this girl here, she is trapped about the other people's opinions of her here. But she could easily actually take herself out of this situation. It's like she's free willingly staying here because she wants to love from the people that's carrying all these opinions. But with this in reversed, it's like getting out of prison. And this is the prison of your own making, because you have been humbling yourself for something you wanted. Like you could hold back on a behavior to get the love, for example. But you want to be loved for the person you are, and not for the person other people want you to be. So that's the change that's going on here, that you are starting to become more you. And some people will not accept this, like the real you, and they will walk away from you. But you will attract new people to your life that is actually worthy of your love, and will love you for who you are and not for how you can behave. Okay, so this is what's on your mind, on the other person or these other people. And it's the Hermit. And what I'm feeling here is that you are in general turning away from other people. So you don't have much opinion about them. You know that they might have a lot of opinion about you, but you don't seem to have a lot of opinion about them. You seem to try to find yourself in this situation. So if I am supposed to be myself, who am I? And so I don't see you overly excessively thinking about anyone really. Your back is turned towards this other situation. You're focused to this light here, which is the light of your attention span, which you can put, anywhere in your body. Giving it attention is giving it love and healing. And I feel like you're in a process of healing yourself and withdrawing from other people and their opinions so you could find out who you are. So this is what's on their mind about you. And we have the Magician in the reversed. So they have kind of reflected over the fact that you don't speak and that you have withdrawn. And with the Magician, sometimes it's a little bit like a I'm so full of it card, like a person that wants to rule and have control. So it seems like they might think that you're trying to manipulate the situation while with distance and not talking. So they believe that this self-searching here is just really a way for you to maybe state an ultimatum or get them to speak with you or to avoid speaking with them so that they will hurt, or like there's different variation. They probably feel like you are punishing them for the way that they treated you here with the swords, and that you now are kind of walking away or distancing yourself or not communicating. Okay, so this is the energy between you two, or the bond between you two, and the moon in the reversed. So it seems like there's a lot of things coming up to surface right now, a lot of things that have been buried. And we have this 9 here. 18 is the moon card. 1 + 8, 9. So these two cards are connected. You are figuring them out. They're coming to surface. You're figuring them out. They're coming to surface. Figuring it out, coming to surface. It seems a little bit like this other party is kind of putting a lot of like responsibility on you. If you don't speak, there's no speaking. If you don't engage in the relationship, like with the 8 of coins, or sacrificing yourself for the sake of the relationship, there's no relationship. It seems a little bit like the person is leaving it up to you, and since you are doing nothing, there's nothing. And that can feel like they don't really need you, or they don't fight for you, they don't sacrifice themselves for you. So it's only when you are there engaging and giving that there's any engaging and giving going on, is what I'm feeling here. That might be your opinion of them. It might not be what's really going on, but that was what I picked up. So this is your feelings towards them. And we have a 6 of Wands. So the 6 of Wands in this situation is a very good card. It's Leo, and it's Jupiter in Leo. So Jupiter is a very lucky planet, or at least it magnifies everything that's there. And it magnifies this Leo energy. So it shows that you are in the process of taking back your dignity. You're doing it a little bit alone, but coming out from this loneliness is you sitting on the top of this horse, being very sure about how you want things to be, what kind of relationships you want, how you want the communication to roll in these relationships. So it seems like emotionally you're actually ready for having relationships with other people that is forthcoming. But what I feel is that you need to find someone that is on the same level as you, that will come to you not as a person kind of wanting you to lead them and in the same time trying to manipulate you from underneath. This is what I'm feeling. So it might be that people are not forward with this, that they want you to carry all the responsibility, but it feels like in the past at least they have manipulated you to take the responsibility. But here I feel what will come out of this situation where you are turning inward is that you want to you are ready for relationships, but with people that will take the same responsibility in the relationship as you do. Like you're ready for spiritual growth together with other people, straightforward communication about, what's in the moon here, what's going on. You want to solve things, you want to address things, make win-win situations. You don't want to bring anyone else down, but you don't want to kind of bend over backwards or let other people step on you to make them feel better about themselves. I feel like this might have been going on in your past where you have acted a little bit doormat. You didn't take this dignified situation because you felt you had to make yourself small for some reason and, kind of accept the blows from the sword here and sacrifice yourself for the sake of love or to be included. And so this is their feelings towards you, and we have a Two of Swords. So this person seems a little bit bitter and withdrawn. They are ignoring the moon that's here. You are ready to address the moon, but they want to continue ignoring the moon. They don't want to change the dynamics between you two, or 3 or 4 or 5. I don't know how many you are in this situation. As I said, it can be a family situation, co-workers, friends, things like this. But this person, they don't want what you want. They don't want to address the situation. They don't want to solve it. They don't want any spiritual sadhana or you identifying problems and working them through. They want to be able to manipulate you to giving you troubles and that you both ignore them so that they can keep this kind of power over you from an underdog seat. This doesn't mean this person is a bad person. It just means that they feel powerless. And when people feel powerless, they try to manipulate situations from underneath the surface. They can't go and say to you what they want. They will pull your heartstrings so that you will give them what they want. Heartstrings. I think that's the title to a song, so I will just try to find a pen. Heartstrings. Something. I hear melody, so I don't know the song. Yes, they sing something with playing my heartstrings. They're singing that, and it's some tune, but I'll find it. And I'll put it in the description box for you. If you click the little arrow here, you will be able to open it, and further down it will be the song. So it's like a little bit mini reading for you, so we'll clarify a lot of this situation usually. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And we have this. We saw that the black horse, the Earth's energy that was stuck, it wanted to challenge you in a way so that you would be like this, like ready for new growth, ready to understand new things and try new moves and maybe even fall in love. And we have the Six of Wands here, very passionate card connected to the Lover's card. It's about being outgoing and maybe searching for a lover. And this is Sagittarius, so we have Leo Sagittarius, very passionate about mixing your waters together with some other person, dancing with their demons. Usually you meet a person, if you have a shadow, if you're not completely whole, you will meet another person that will represent your shadow that you are trying to hide from yourself. So if you're trying to be super friendly towards everyone, you will meet a not so friendly person that you will be very attracted to. So that's what good girls sometimes in the extreme, if I generalize, they can sometimes search for a bad boy, like a really bad boy, sometimes one that's in prison. And in prison is, of course, their own shadow being in prison. So when they can become more feisty themselves, they don't need that bad boy anymore. But you are ready. It's like you're ready for love, ready for passion, ready to meet your shadow, ready to make the work. It just seems like you don't have a sparring partner, like you don't have anyone to do this together with, because your other side, like maybe the soul group that you're working with, doesn't seem fully ready. But we will see here with their behaviors and attitudes towards you. And we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So I think they want to be with you, like this person. They want you probably to go back to the way things were before, where they could manipulate you from the undercurrent and be in a relationship with you on their terms. Because then I feel like I feel like they can't breathe. They get very scared in this situation, what is happening now, because they lose control and they think this is a bad thing. They think that they need to be in relationship with you where they have control over you and what you're allowed to say, what you're allowed to do, how you're allowed to behave, what feelings you're allowed to have, and so on and so forth. And if you could agree with going back to that, they very much want a relationship with you. But of course, that ship has sailed. There's no going back. We have this major arcana cards here showing that big things are in motion. There's no possibility for you to start to, crawl on your knees again and let people build their worlds on your strength. You are going to use your strength like fully exposed, and you want to meet other people that also have their strengths fully exposed, so both of you can have a beautiful interaction where you grow spiritually together, when neither party tries to whoosh things underneath the carpet. But since you are meeting this side to you that whooshes things underneath the carpet, this is your mirror. So you need to see where you're allowing things to be whooshed underneath the carpet. Maybe there's just needs to be a little bit more attention from your side to when things are being pushed underneath the carpet, or when things are not being spoken out loud, or when feelings going on underneath the current, but like in the undercurrent, and you are not addressing them. So if you could start to get awareness in those situations and start to address it when it's happened, it might be that you will kind of solve something from your other half here too, so that your shadow doesn't have to work against what you are trying to achieve here. Okay, so this is the outcome, and we have this stuck horse. So I'm hearing another song now, and it came before during the fall, so it's something that happened then that's reoccurring now. And it's I went to the desert on a horse with no name. It feels good to be back. And in the desert, you can't remember your name. I'm trying to remember the song, but it's about avoiding the rain, like avoiding the feelings, and just being in the desert, not feeling anything. So I'm thinking you are going to try for a singles life while you are single, or kind of not really engaging in this. If this is your partner, you're not engaging in this person. This is the black horse, the shadowy horse, and it's turned towards you. So I think they secretly will want to drag you back in the old situation, where you could all pretend you were in the desert and avoiding the rain. And in the end of this song, I think it's I believe it's something with the ocean. Like on the ocean has a surface, but everything that's hidden underneath this surface is all the things that needs to be addressed. But this side doesn't wants to drag you back. So the only one that really wants to make a deep dive underneath the surface of the ocean and find out what's there, it seems to be you. And kudos on you for being brave enough to persevere on this road, because there doesn't seem like you get any help. But I don't think there's any turning back for you either. These people in this situation wants to drag you back in the old, but I feel like you are dragging them along through the desert, through the ocean, where you will push them in and they will have to make a swim for it, or a deep diving. So this is where it's all going. And a lot of people are like donkeys. They don't want to do the spiritual work. They don't want to look at their shadows. They don't want to even admit to having a shadow. It's everything is their fault, or your fault for that matter. I don't see a quick solution. I just see you being rather cool with it. And, you're going down this road, and you are going to change, and you are on a very strong spiritual growth. And it's just that people are not currently working really with you. It's sad, but it's not the end of this. It's just you paving a new road where the stubborn donkeys can later more easily follow if you hold a carrot in front of their nose. Okay, so I need to take a card for this black horse here from the energy oracle cards. So that has come so many times. So what's it all about? Contract, and it's something to do with justice. So I think there's a soul contract going on where you are supposed to lead these donkeys towards the ocean, even though they want to stay in the desert. So, and it's number 6 again. We had the 6 of Wands, and I've seen some other 6s connected to Lover's card anyways. Not really this one usually, but I feel there's a connection to justice in relationships. Number 6. And it's the scales there. This card shows a contract, partnership, legal commitment. Shows a contract in the background, ready to be signed, indicating a committed connection of some sort. Also, this is hinting to commitment and marriage, but I can't see that your counterpart is ready for any such thing. And you want to go there maybe, and they want you back to where they were not into the relationship on equal terms, but maybe they had the upper hand and didn't have to promise you anything. This union may be a business deal, the sale of a home, a new job, or even commitment in marriage. Whatever the connection, this card is more than a casual agreement. It's usually something that requires a document that's binding, at least for the time being. The scales of justice also indicate that if a legal action is on the way, it's likely to turn out in your favor. This card shines a light on potential new opportunities, so remain aware and receptive to what may be coming your way. So you seem to be dead set on something more kind of earthbound, something that's more, spoken of. It's not hidden. It's a agreement. It's something that where both people are committed and do the work, and you are not going to settle for something less than that. So you're not going to accept any half as relationships here where people are not committed to each other, to working on themselves, to loyalty, to being able to address their own emotions and go deep within, make soul searches, and really find the answer to things. It seems like your counterpart is very scared of themselves, of their own depths, like deadly scared. And I would be very, very surprised if you could get this side to sign anything because they don't want to have any kind of problem. So they want to build everything on very loose bonds, like this undercurrent manipulation only, so that they could have pulling all the strings. So they don't want to have any, open agreement with you for the whole world to see. They want to. It's like taking out the quarrel, the argument on the village square. And the husband is screaming on the wife, and the wife is screaming on the husband, and then the villagers are saying, okay, so this is how you're going to solve this. We don't want to hear anything more about it. Now you go home, and this is what you will try. But this other side doesn't want that to happen. They kind of want to have you for themselves, where they can manipulate you from this undercurrent, what's going on. So my best advice to you is to, don't bother about this. They are just scared. Just continue on your journey towards what you want. And one day this will be the road where everyone goes. Okay. Today you are the one doing it on your own. But tomorrow everyone will go down this road, and it will be like obvious or like common, or this is the normal. But right now, when you are trying to work things out and, you know, go into depths on yourself and see issues in the relationship, lift them out to the light, work them through, it's something that, you know, we shouldn't do. We should keep everything hidden and just, you know, talk about pleasantries and not to talk about the issues at hand. But tomorrow it will be different, and you are one of those paving the road for tomorrow. So just continue what you are doing, because it's working for the divine. It doesn't work for your other person, but or the people that you're with, but they are going to learn this too. So this is for you. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So be good friends to these scary people. Set strong boundaries for them, but when they are trying to trying to work together with you, if you have, for example, you have told them, no, this is not the way you can do things towards me, and they say, okay, I'm sorry, then you become the friend immediately. So it's like training a dog. You need to be no when they're doing wrong, and yes, good boy, good girl, as soon as they are doing the right thing. And also try to be the bigger person. You know, they are just scared. It's not anything personal towards you. They like your power. They like to be around your power, but they don't want your power like shine on them, like your big Leo sun shine on them. They don't want to know what you know. So they just want you to agree to continue sweeping things underneath the carpet. But as a friend, you don't allow them to do that. So in a friendly way, you show them the light anyways. So that's what I'm feeling with this card. Being a good friend, because the donkeys are just scared at this point. And we can see these cards are very similar. So this is where the contract is. I feel like this is before you were born, this contract was made. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And these people here don't seem to understand that. I think they judge themselves very harshly, and therefore they can't see themselves. They refuse to see themselves, and they want to keep this puppeteer kind of undercurrent manipulation going on, instead of addressing things in normal ways with the cards on the table, because they feel like if they did that, they will always lose and you will always win, because you seem to hold the upper hand.